Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK. My name is MJ and today we are reviewing Kong Skull Island. This is the new movie and it was the first confirmed movie to be part of the shared universe. I think they're calling it the Monsterverse by Legendary Pictures. Is it Legendary Pictures? Certainly Warner Brothers? Possibly? People? I'm not even sure which studio it is now. Anyway, a shared Monsterverse or Kaiju-verse, if you wish. That also features Godzilla, Godzilla being the first film, that also features Godzilla, which was the new version from a few years ago, starring Bryan Cranston and Aaron Taylor-Johnson. So, the expectations are big for this film. It's entering more into a shared universe is always a daunting thing, but it's also an exciting thing for the viewer. In my humble opinion, it gives the film an added element of excitement. And the kind of rich history and mythology of the shared universe is great. So, Kong Skull Island, I had pretty much avoided most of the trailers, so I wasn't sure 100% what to expect story-wise. But pretty standard affair, a group of interesting individuals. You've got the photographer, the ex-army guy, the classic army team go in and for a survey job. Not a survey job, they are wanting to find a monster. Or a Kong in this instance. And we go in, and Kong isn't the only strange thing on this island. So there's lots of interesting and strange character designs and creature designs which are really cool for the most part, and some of them very unique and interesting, so some of which we've not really seen similar designs in films before, which is pretty cool. It's also got its fair amount of quite scary or terrifying imagery or creatures which just fuck you up. I'm like, I'm no longer comfortable with this at one of the scenes due to a crippling fear of a creature I have. So that was pretty messed up, and as I say, quite gory as well in places. The cast is very, very solid in this film. I wouldn't say any of the performances of the cast actually blew me away or anything like that, but it is still a very entertaining and enjoyable cast to watch. You've got Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, John Goodman, and then little people like pop up like Toby Kebbell. So it's a really good cast and an interesting set of characters. There's a few tropes in there, a few cliches, such as the photographer is the female and she's the slightly more sensitive one, things like that. But overall they do a pretty solid job of delivering these characters to us. And I did really like them actually. Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson were kind of the leading man and woman. I think they did a fairly good job, both of them looking quite captivating on the screen. The design for Kong himself was excellent, and I actually really liked that the film didn't do that. It works some of the time in horror films, but I actually don't like the trope overall where you never see the full creature until the end. You see like their tail, then you see their arm, and it's a gradual reveal. Like I say, sometimes it works, but oftentimes it just doesn't, and it's just frustrating. In this, there's none of that shit. It's done in a very good way. The reveal isn't an immediate thing, but it is a steady build-up in one scene. And it works really well. It's good. So you do see enough of Kong and the other creatures as well. There's a little bit of light relief added from John C. Reilly. He was really good. And yeah, just overall found it pretty solid, and there is a nice mix of action. Both I think the addition of all these other creatures was great, because it gives more. Sorry, it means that the build up to the big Kong battles, of which there is several, be that with the humans or with other creatures, is really good. And I liked the overarching theme that Kong isn't like the villain. It's not a thing that's new, but Kong isn't the villain. He kind of protects the island from the other creatures, which is great. That's not a spoiler as such. It does have a handful of ridiculous moments that you kind of expect from big budget mass appeal blockbusters, such as a moment when one of the characters is wielding a samurai sword, wearing a gas mask in the middle of green smoke and cutting down beasts in slow motion. I thought this is ridiculous, but also I was loving it. It was playing into my nerdy, childish love of things. So yeah, overall pretty solid. I quite enjoyed it. I'm somewhere between a 7 and an 8. I'll probably go 7.5 out of 10. So I'm gonna put that as a 7 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching Movie Review UK, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Do subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed, and enjoy our other content, to be honest.